Welcome back to the KOM Morning News. We got a couple special guests in the studio. Ryan Peterson and Matt Daniel, fortunate enough to join us this morning. Number one, gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time. Here from the Economic Security Corporation, and we're going to talk a little bit about weatherization. But Ryan, I'd like to start by you kind of giving an overview of this program, because let's face it, man, times are tight right now.
Yep.
Everybody's looking to save every penny we can.
Yes, sir. So this is the nation's single largest home energy efficiency program. For the whole house. It is geared towards low income. Our program is, so our goal is to make the house more energy efficient, to reduce their energy costs while also making the home healthier.
And the interesting thing as I went through your checklist is you're not asking for the world here. These are very simple things that if I just keep them top of mind are going to end up having savings in the long run. Matt, I want to transition and kind of ask you, this is interesting that you two join us this morning when we have wind chills as low as 37 degrees at the end of May and whatnot. But you know, let's talk a little bit about heating before we get to the cooling aspect of it all. I got a dumb question for you that I can't ever remember. Ceiling fans. Which direction do they go depending on which time of year, and how does that save me money?
So in the wintertime, you want the air to blow to the wall. So that way, you know, a lot of registers are in the ceiling. So when it's blowing towards the wall, it's also catching those registers that are against the wall. And in the wintertime, in the summertime, you want it to blow directly down. So wintertime, you want it to blow to the wall.
Up.
I may have said that
different.
Summertime, you want it to blow straight down.
And these, like I said, this is on the checklist that the Economic Security Corporation has at anybody's disposal. And I know that it's geared toward low income there, Ryan. But once again, anybody can take advantage of it. How did the Economic Security Corporation get involved in this? Where did you identify the need, and then how did you organize this to try to put the word out?
So we've been in the weatherization program for over 40 years, so it was way before me. You know, this is actually legislative. It's actually signed into law. So it is operated in every county and every state in the United States. But we just try to do everything we can for the low-income people in our 4 counties that we serve. And this is one way that we can benefit them.
Matt, when it gets into weatherization, what are some of the things that I probably should identify in my house and be on the lookout for? Whether it be keeping it warm, or as we transition into right now, I'm going to have to find a way to keep the heat out and make sure my AC stays in.
Right. So a couple of tips that we try to push is, you know, when you're trying to keep your home warm, we always like, if the sun's out, you might open your curtains, let some of that sunlight shine in. That'll help keep the home naturally warmer. In the cooling season, you want to make sure you don't have a lamp near your thermostat, because
never thought about that.
Yep. So that's going to heat up that thermostat and make your unit run even longer. You know, another good idea is to make sure your outside unit stays clean, because when those coils get clogged up with grass, you know, we're mowing grass and leaves, then you know the unit's not running as efficient as it should.
Matt, how did you get involved with the weatherization? Can I call it a team? The weatherization team?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you know, about 15 years ago, I got a call, and somebody wanted to know if I wanted to go work for Economic Security, and they replaced windows and doors and different things like that with our home repair program that we did have. And so I did that, and you know, it just kind of slowly progressed, and I got into the weatherization program, and you know, we was really helping a lot of people save on utility bills, and you know, just snowballed into that.
And I want to stress that if you take advantage of the checklist that the Economic Security Corporation and Matt and Ryan have devised, it is not just 3 or 4 things, folks. It's rather extensive. I'd say it's about 5 pages, but it's simple things that we can all keep top of mind. Ryan, I want people to be able to take advantage of this program and take advantage of what the Economic Security Corporation offers as a whole to our area. How do we get in touch with you?
So you can go on our website, which is www.escswa.org, or you can call our office at 417-781-4437, and we can get you all the information you need.
And any questions that you have, that's why Ryan and Matt are here. They're great community people, and their knowledge is here to be utilized.
Correct.
I want to thank you so much, Ryan. Matt,
Thank you
so much for your
you.
time this morning. I got a couple more questions that I wanted. Can I bring you guys back on for Fox 14?
Yes.
Okay. All you got to do is con people into sticking around, and we're all going to save money on our utility bills. We'll be back with more KOM Morning News right after this.